It's an honor to be here at the Global Engagement Summit and to participate today in the mission of UNA USA to inspire, educate, and mobilize. Thank you for the opportunity to address this incredible gathering of changemakers. My name is Varsha Thebo, and I'm a senior advisor at the Eleanor Crook Foundation, also known as ECF. ECF is proud to partner with the UN Foundation and its many important initiatives and programs, including the summit. The theme of pushing forward for people and planet is one that ECF believes in deeply, because we believe in taking bold action to achieve great impact. I'd like to tell you a bit about the Eleanor Crook Foundation and our vision for a better world, and maybe share a bit of my story. ECF is a US-based private philanthropy focused exclusively on one cause: eradicating global malnutrition. And we approach this mission with hope, because while there are many problems facing our world that will take years to solve, malnutrition is not one of them. We could end child deaths by malnutrition in our lifetime. And yet, malnutrition remains a global crisis. It is the #1 killer of children worldwide, killing more kids each year than malaria, tuberculosis, and HIV and AIDS combined. Every 11 seconds, a child dies from malnutrition, which means that by the time I'm finished speaking here, malnutrition will have claimed the lives of 30 children. And for those who do survive, malnutrition plays an insidious role in undermining their future. I have a rather intimate understanding of the grip of malnutrition and its tragic impacts on a community. I grew up in an area of Pakistan so remote that until recently it could not even be found with Google Earth. The rural community where I was born suffers tremendously from drought. And as recently as 2021, malnutrition was considered an emergency in my province. Like most girls in the area, I was not allowed to go to school when I was growing up because, of course, helping my mother and aunt fetch water and collect ration cards for food was obviously more important than attending school. As you can imagine, sharing the full details of how I came to stand here before you today at the UN headquarters is going to take much more time than we have. So suffice it to say that I stand now at the intersection of two worlds, the one I was born into and the one I'm helping to create. And I can say that my unique position allows me to bridge gaps, bringing valuable insights and urgency to the fight against malnutrition, ensuring that no child, no matter how remote their birthplace, is left behind. I now have the extreme privilege and great fortune of being in rooms where important policy decisions are made. And in these rooms, I often hear people proposing what they claim to be long-term, ag-tech, sustainable solutions for communities that are living on the periphery, much like the community that I grew up in. These solutions might take years to come to fruition, and while they may alter lives in future, they will not meet the immediate needs of people suffering right now. And for this reason, I am proud to be a part of the Eleanor Crook Foundation, because our focus is on scaling up proven, cost-effective solutions for malnutrition. Look, innovation can be exciting. But the truth is, we have decades of evidence showing that relatively simple, cost-effective health interventions could effectively eradicate malnutrition if deployed at scale. These are interventions like your high-quality prenatal vitamin for women during pregnancy, support for a woman to breastfeed, supplementation with vitamin A in early childhood, and treatment for severe malnutrition with a peanut-based therapeutic food you might know as plumpy nut. Johns Hopkins University estimates that bringing just these 4 interventions to scale in 9 high-burden countries could save 1.2 million lives over a course of 5 years, costing just about $1,500 per life saved. We know that the UN agencies play a central role in delivering these proven cost-effective interventions to the people and places that need them most. And yet, despite these heroic efforts, these best buys in global health and development are reaching very few women and children around the world. And like many of the world's greatest struggles, the underinvestment stems from three things: awareness, leadership, and money. But I do feel hopeful being here with you all today, because the UNA USA is a movement of Americans dedicated to supporting the UN through a common commitment to the belief that each of us plays a part in advancing the UN's mission and achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. In my case, the scarcity I experienced in my childhood has become the strength of my advocacy today. I hope that my story is a reminder that behind every statistic, there is a human story like mine. And I hope that today is a reminder of the power and responsibility each of us has to generate impact. I'd like to leave you with a quote that our founder, Eleanor Crook, and her grandson, our CEO, Will Moore, have often used to end their advocacy speeches. It comes from the Italian poet Salvatore Quasimodo, and it goes like this: "Each one of us stands on the heart of the earth, pierced through by a ray of sunlight, and in no time, it's evening." Thank you very much.